Oh my gosh, is this the first episode? Are we rolling?
No, there's not gonna be a rolling.
Is this recording?
No,
yeah,
are we
it's
recording?
Going. Everything's going.
So this is the first episode where you've like looked normal?
Yeah, this is the first episode where we're not gonna be purple. Listen, I have been getting hate comments so bad, and they're doubling down on it.
Fair enough, though.
No, I was looking
Yeah,
for the
but-
Thanos comments and like no,
Those
none of
comments
them
are crazy.
It's so
That's
mean.
wild.
But at
That's
the
actually
same
crazy.
time, like, okay, it's not the grading. It's that we underexposed it horribly, and
Well,
that's
it's
my
the-
fault.
I
It's
think
the
it's-
fact that
well,
Luke
yeah.
has $20 lights.
That's
our
bad.
lights, our lights are so bad.
These lights are like very old.
I've never seen this brand before. I'm not
GVM.
gonna lie.
You haven't?
No,
Oh,
They're
these are the
great-
like Wish
Great
lights.
video maker, like cheap
They're
lights.
so
Like
bad.
when you like are just like start thinking you want to get into lighting, you're like, what can I get on Amazon for the cheapest price? And it's like not actually the cheapest, but it's
Yeah.
just enough to like,
You're like, oh, okay, that's good. That's good.
yeah.
If we could go back, and are we recording? Can you see the red dot?
yeah, I sure hope so.
I can't tell.
I can't see it. Is it
Okay.
on the right? Yeah.
I'll get up and check.
See, this is also okay. So the two things I've noticed being on this podcast over recording is the two things I've noticed in the 30 minutes I've been here. Luke's lights, $20 piece.
They're so
Cort shoots anamorphic without a monitor, and I know you've talked about that on the podcast.
We have.
It's absurd.
No, it
Okay?
is one of the
It's
worst. I've ever seen.
genuinely, it's mind-boggling.
Like I genuinely think like if I hired you to like shoot for me and you showed up without a monitor, I was like, and then
Well-
I would see the results. And I'd be like,
Fair
oh
enough.
my
Yeah, I
gosh.
don't know. I genuinely don't know how you do
that?
it. I have no idea.
But here's the thing. So, like, the hate comments help me grow. Because now we have good lighting, and we're going to have a good color grade. And we're not going to be
He
purple.
says that, and then we
Now-
would check the comments like, they're still purple.
Now the audio is just gonna suck because I can literally hear the reverb. But it's okay.
I'm
I'll
mad.
let you finish.
No. The reverb.
I don't know. Maybe
From
not
what?
using the
And in the room,
I
there's
can
kind of
hear
actually.
the reverb.
Yeah, I can hear it too. But
Wait, I never noticed that in my room
it's
before.
tingy. It's
Yeah.
very tingy in here.
So because we
It's
have
like
the
we're in
fan
a
on
tin
still.
can, dude.
It's not from the. I think it's.
This is gonna be a great episode.
It's going to be rough. Okay, so this is Bradley.
What's up, guys?
I've known Bradley since we were in diapers. We used to.
Literally.
We used to eat.
Wait, no, did you ever go to the school?
No.
No, I
No,
don't.
you went
to
no.
Corndale.
Yeah.
But
Okay, okay.
we used to eat at McAllister's together every Sunday.
No way.
Yeah.
We did. We were the original. We're the reason McAllister's had to increase the price on their kids' meals.
Yeah.
They should be.
Because we used to eat like 4 of them in one sitting.
Dude, why did you never come work with us? That would have been legendary.
No,
That
it
is
would have been
true.
so lit.
Dude,
He did
I
live mad far
honestly-
from it.
I do live far, but also I was never jealous of McAllister's working. I
You
We
don't
should-
even
you should
know.
be.
No, you should be. What were you
Respect to
doing?
everyone who works in the fast food industry, or semi-fast food. McAllister's. is not.
McAllister's is-
McAllister's is different.
It's
McAllister's
like dine-in, but it shouldn't be
It shouldn't
dine-in.
it's dine-in DoorDash like heaven.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
yes.
It's so nice
Yeah.
because when you work a night shift, no one's there.
Because
And
it's like it's a tier up from Firehouse, but like a tier down from like what would you say is like the next?
Piata.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, I
Piata?
think Piata's like same level.
Bro, Piata's so
it's
good.
like it's like
Piata
a
is
tier
good.
down from
But
Olive
McAllister-
Garden,
okay,
but a
okay.
tier up from Firehouse.
McAllister's is good. I'm just saying
No,
I'm
it's so
not hating on
good.
McAllister's. What I'm doing is I have no envy to the people who work at McAllister's or any in the fast food industry.
That's
I just have
valid.
no.
I mean, it is a grueling
We
job,
did-
a thankless job.
A thankless job as
It's
we're
honestly just like you could just get yelled at all the time.
Yeah,
job.
as we were throwing our football in
For real.
the lobby.
picking up
Okay.
poopy diapers off tables.
So I feel like we need to explain who you are and why you're here
Fair.
before we get into hating and rage baiting everyone in our comments because has it been working.
Dude.
Like,
Honestly.
oh my gosh. Bradley doesn't have TikTok, so he hasn't
don't have
seen the
TikTok.
level of hatred that we receive.
Well,
you
you
still
know,
get some hate comments on the reels though.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
you've like officially like become hated when people that don't follow you are commenting on multiple reels.
They've been like
like
following
they've
you.
scrolled through
yeah,
your
yeah.
It's
You
like
click their profile
hey,
and you can see the interactions.
All press is good press, right?
right.
yeah,
Dude,
and
especially on TikTok. Who cares? If you
it
hate
does.
comments?
It does get to us every once in a while.
Dude, sometimes
That's
they're
fair.
It
ruthless.
hurts, especially like this week because I've been getting a lot of hate for my color grade.
that we then returned.
Yeah.
We're fixing it. This episode is gonna be good.
Dude, guy commented. One guy commented and was like, "Oh my gosh, the purple guys are back."
It's really.
And I commented
See-
back and I said, "Just you wait for next week." And this is that podcast, bud.
While you guys were working at McAllister's, Andre was teaching me how to light sets.
Valid.
That's valid. But look at us now. We're both
Hey,
working.
we're all here. We're all here.
Yeah.
And y'all are doing great.
Catch us lighting a podcast in McAllister's.
Dude, actually,
We could
that'd go hard.
Yeah.
We could. But yeah, basically what we learned from Bradley today is we just need to buy better lights.
Buy better lights. Okay, also, if you're listening and you're new to lighting, unless you're in a studio and you want to super direct, like moody lighting, like Netflix lighting,
Yeah.
right? If you don't want Netflix lighting, if you just want general lighting, always bounce your lights. I don't care if you bought a $20 newer light on Amazon, bounce it off your bedroom wall. It'll change your life.
But here's the thing is like I think we were going for dramatic light.
Oh, really?
In the
I think
podcast.
that
Has
original
changed
like
the pod?
studio, yeah.
Yeah. Because that was the whole thing is our
And I
podcast
think-
was like cinematic.
Yeah, and one day maybe
But we
when we
flew-
have better gear, we can do that.
We flew way too close to the sun. Way too
Literally,
fast.
your face looked like you were in the sun.
Well, you guys are both red.
We quite literally.
I am
melted.
also red.
Well, that
Yeah.
we also have very different skin tones, and
Yeah.
you're like very pale.
So
I'm very red.
So here's the thing. I can either do it for my skin and we'll be white as a ghost
we
in the
got freaking
episode.
Cinderella and Crash Bandicoot on a podcast together.
Dude, Casper was in the episode. last week,
Literally,
I'm not gonna
dude,
lie.
this week. Okay, I thought I kind of cooked on last week's color grade because I dialed back the reds and then they come in and they're like, dude,
There was
I-
the worst comments on this week that we've ever had.
I thought you turned up the purple tint, dude.
no, the red ones on this one were
Okay,
not
okay,
bad.
it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, yeah.
We've tried to introduce me like 3 times, and then we keep coming back. to
It
the
doesn't
color.
matter. Okay, basically Bradley started on an icon, and that's why he's here on
That's
this
the
podcast.
only reason he's here.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm actually just a famous. I'm an influencer.
He's
actually.
currently living in
Low-key.
Hawaii, but none of that matters. We're not going to talk about any of that today. We're going to talk about Hawaii.
Oh.
Or not. We're going to talk about Nikon. And,
Oh God.
And
Okay.
what'd you
We can
start
talk
on?
about Nikon.
What
that's
was
fine.
the original Nikon
A
you
D-
started on?
A D53?
No. I started on a D3100.
Oh!
Okay,
That's-
so here's what happens. I was 12 years old.
That's
okay,
worse
as
than a
we are.
T3i,
We are
bro.
Was
I
it
know,
like?
for sure.
Do you like? So it was gifted to you, or like, did you ask for it?
I asked for it for Christmas because I had no idea what I was doing.
But
okay.
did you ask
And
for
my family just
that
doesn't
model?
have money. I'm sorry that my family doesn't have money to buy me a freaking
But
Canon
it's valid.
EOS R.
That's
So
valid,
I
yeah.
found the cheapest DSLR
like
on
interchangeable?
Walmart.com
What mount is
with
that?
interchangeable lens.
It's Z, right? It's like
No, the Z mount is the new mirrorless mount.
Oh.
I think it's like no.
Yeah, but it's
FE?
like it's the,
Is it
was
FE?
it the normal Nikon
Gosh,
at
I
the
can't.
time?
Yeah, the normal Nikon.
FD
the original,
or FE?
something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I bought I just bought the cheapest one. I asked for the cheapest one I could find. That was
Yeah.
not mirrorless. It was a DSLR, and it had interchangeable lenses.
Yeah.
And I
At
shot
least you got that right. 'cause
on that.
didn't.
I shot
Yeah, I didn't either.
every single like
Everything
everything.
through
I shot everything.
through high school, through senior
Okay,
year of high
no.
school.
So then I think it was 7th grade. I got the 5300
Okay,
because
yeah,
I was like,
that's
this,
what
I can't do
remember.
anything more with this 3100 because
Yeah.
the screen. Oh, guys, don't even get me started. And then I
Was
got
it
the
just plastic?
I got the 5300, and that had the fold out screen, which was a
Mhm.
game changer for
That
me.
is a game
It's
changer.
honestly, it's a must-have on every camera I'll buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But it was still a Nikon 5300. But then
Tough.
Michael started teaching me, and I again just shot everything on the 5300 all the way through senior
And
high
all
school.
he had was a kit lens and a 50 mil.
No,
you
no,
were
no,
you
and a 50
strictly,
mil.
strictly photo.
I would show up on Sundays because that's really how I learned how to shoot.
Yeah.
I would show up on Sundays and shoot only on my 50 mil
Yeah.
and get baller
Yeah,
photos.
that's
Yeah.
I think I'm like all of us. The 50 mil, just
The
100
50
Dude,
mil
yeah.
literally made my career.
Like-
if I didn't have the 50 mil, I would have quit so fast.
100 because I can't imagine starting with the kit lens and like taking pictures and be like, why doesn't it look good?
You're
Okay,
just so
here's the thing.
discouraged.
Here's the thing with the kit lens, though, for people. I don't know. Do you have newer viewers? Or is
Oh,
it-
a
okay,
lot.
okay. So here's the
we-
thing with the kit lens is
Yeah.
you're like, why the heck am I perfectly exposed? And then I zoom in. It's because your aperture is changing
Yeah.
when you zoom in. So if you buy, I mean, it doesn't have to be a prime lens, but if you
Yeah.
buy a fixed aperture lens, game changer.
Yes, because that's the thing is everyone is like, oh my gosh, I can get a 35 to 2000 lens, but
Yeah,
it's like
don't do that.
It's like f5 to like
Dude, I was just-
f7.1, and then they're like, why does it look bad?
I was just looking at the this like ridiculous Canon lenses, and there's the 200 to 800, but it's like 6.3 to 9,
yeah.
and
They-
that's
but
still
that's-
nice, but,
That's
like,
different because you have compression and you're
Yeah.
always outside.
They have
so
like
it's-
1,000 millimeter. It's f11 or something all the way through.
But again, when you're at 1,000 millimeter, you need f11, or else you're never gonna focus on anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
You shoot 1,000 millimeter on an f2.
Bro,
Bro,
could you
what?
imagine? You're like hunting
You're-
for focus for 5 months.
Anyways, okay, so I shot everything on my 5300, and I got some baller photos. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fine.
So, but when you were shooting Nikon, were you strictly photo?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do video.
But
Okay, actually though, I had that 5300 till like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I got an R6 2 years ago, and it huge jump by the way.
Beautiful.
Massive job.
Anyways, because I'm just broke, like straight up. And then what did I do? Oh, I switched. I shot on the the A7 III for a while because that's
Yeah.
what the church had,
Yeesh.
which was a huge jump. Then I worked for the church and only shot on the A7 III. Learned cinema cameras on the FS7s, which was a whole new change for me,
Yeah.
but also taught me a lot. But then I'm a missionary, so I went to the Philippines and they asked me to do media stuff for a week, like a medical outreach for a week. And I shot an entire week's worth of videos on a 50mm, my D5300, in a neutral color palette. I literally changed the color palette to neutral and shot the entire video on a 5300 and edited it in Premiere. And it's great.
How did you color grade it?
Just in Premiere. I just shot it in a neutral color palette. It doesn't, I mean, it's not like as good as,
It's like a color profile.
I'll have
and
to show you all after.
Yeah, I'll have to see that.
It's
I've never
not
seen
the
that.
best thing. Like the color grade isn't the best thing in the world.
Oh, neither is ours apparently. So where you think
It's probably better. Honestly.
absolutely destroyed on TikTok. Like
but
holy
yeah.
mackerel. Yeah, I think our dude.
Okay, listen, I hate people that says gear doesn't matter because that's just not true. They're lying.
Oh, it's not true at
to
all.
you.
Okay, no, but like, it is good to have no gear at the beginning.
It is
Oh,
good.
well,
No.
fair. 'Cause you have to learn.
So
You have to
that's
learn.
what
That's
we've
true.
established is if you don't start on a 50mm and a kit lens, you're gonna suck.
You're done.
permanently.
Yeah, sure. Here's what I would say is work your camera until you get to a shoot
Yeah.
and your shoot is asking for something that your camera does not do.
Like
And
us.
that's
like
when you
our
need to know.
lighting, bro.
Yeah,
That-
like get new
it
lights.
is time. It's just like, yeah.
That's all equipment.
I
You
will
should use
go
that until you get to a place and you're like, this is not good enough for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's true though, because like I feel like with most of our recent purchases, like that's what we've done. Like with your stuff that you bought for audio, my Steadicam, like it's just like we were getting to
Yeah.
the point where we needed to do some things that we couldn't do without it.
Because if you start on an R6 II, number one, you're gonna have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
Number two, you're not gonna grow.
Yeah.
Because the camera's you're gonna
can do
shoot in
everything.
auto mode and
It's
this camera's gonna do
literally
everything for you.
amazing and like
I
will be ahead of you.
learned how to shoot photos on my because I had to shoot every setting perfectly.
Exactly.
On my 5300.
Yeah.
Or else it was terrible.
It would look so bad. Like you literally, if you zoomed in on your kit lens, you'd have to change the like.
the shutter
Shutter
any-
speed,
the
yeah.
exposure, yeah.
It'd be so bad.
Okay,
But
come along.
I think that's why we're so like, oh, we need to get the R5Cs, is
I'm
because
so ready.
bro,
But
we're
I need lights before that though. So.
yeah, we definitely need lights before that. We figured that out. And then this thing has 30-minute record limit, but we're like shooting podcasts all the time now. So it's like, okay, great. Like,
well, okay, so R5C, right? What we noticed today, dual native ISO, game changer. But what else? Like,
is it a game changer though?
it would have been.
Not really.
It would look better technically.
It would help you color grade a lot.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going back to
I
color
just keep getting flamed.
I'm sorry.
No, but
Um,
really, what the R5C is like, we both want to start like shooting more short films and like the
Oh, so
ability
you
to.
want to do just cinematic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what the R5C allows you to get on
Facts.
Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu.
Well, it doesn't even. I don't even care about that.
I do.
Well,
Wow, you're
bro,
jumping.
you haven't even written a full short film yet.
That's not true. I have one. I'm filming it soon.
You said that. This is the third time in a row, bro.
I have like I've literally the other day I was like I'm gonna go home and film that, and then I was like I have so much on my plate with like wedding videos right now. I'm like I don't have time.
Yeah, it would take you 4 shoot days to clean your room too.
But actually, right now it would have been decent. It's kind of messy with the gear, but like, it wasn't
Well,
horrible.
it's because you
That's
had
true.
3
That
people
was
helping you clean it.
No, it wasn't. Don't blame me. It wasn't that bad.
But you
But,
should see it.
Dude, y'all should. I wish y'all could like see the lighting setup right now. But
It's a lot better than it was.
Again, we're just bouncing lights.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have diffusers, just bounce it. I mean, Andre Harrell, he was on the podcast,
Yeah.
right? He taught me. I worked with him for a while. He taught me how to bounce lights, and I don't think I've ever seen that man use a direct light, ever. Like unless it's in a like if it's a very specific studio shoot and you want a very specific look, go for it. But even like he's gonna shoot through any sort of flag, like
Yeah.
it just. But also your lights are just cheap, which is fine.
Our lights are incredibly cheap.
But it's good.
We need to figure out how much these cost because it's
I can tell you what they are. That's
We're
GVM 100W or something.
we're gonna spend this entire podcast talking about the podcast.
Hey, that's you know what? Sometimes it's what the people need. A
That's true.
GVM.
That's true.
they
100.
need to know.
Hopefully
I don't
there's
think you-
small little nuggets.
I don't think you understand the podcast
I
entirely.
don't. I mean, I'm just here.
Basically, what we do
It's pretty chill until we get like some sound bites.
is we rage bait people
Yeah,
the
that's
entire time.
Anyways,
And
I've combated my Nikon rage baiting.
why?
I'm gonna go for it.
Do you like it?
Nikon colors are better than all the colors combined. I will stand by that to the day I die.
Wow, so I didn't realize we had an insane person.
Yeah,
on
I
the
didn't
podcast.
realize we had a
Listen,
geriatric
listen.
grandpa.
Listen to me. For photo, number one, we know that. I won't even begin to argue
Yeah,
Nikon for video
that's
any
true.
day of the week. Okay. There's a reason that every single Nat Geo person shoots Nikon.
Because
There's a reason.
for the lenses for wildlife.
Yeah, that's
Also true,
facts.
also true.
The lenses is what makes Nikon.
Yeah,
That's fair. Nikon does have really good lenses.
They do.
But the colors are just there's a reason that
Maybe
I shot
they're
really good
greens.
pictures. There's a reason I shot really good pictures with my 5300 because the colors are just good. I would
I'm not
say,
saying they're bad. I'm just
Yeah.
they're not like Fuji or Canon. or-
Yeah.
Well, Fuji is a different. I mean, when you're spending that much money for a camera, your colors better be good.
It's in a league of its own. He got a Fuji recently.
I did. I bought an
I'm
X100
so jealous.
S. So I got the older model. Again, guys, I'm broke. Okay, don't hate on me.
Okay, you can't say you're broke because you're living in Hawaii.
That's
Also
And that
true.
is a personal
Also
isn't
true.
like
choice.
the $5 Subway footlong in Hawaii like $12?
Yeah. I can't eat at Subway for less than $13.
Yeah,
And that's crazy. Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it's bad.
that is crazy.
What about the footlong cookies?
I don't know if I had a football. They have.
you had one?
They
I don't
do.
know if
I've never had one.
Because I just don't go to Subway because it's freaking expensive.
It's so expensive.
And the only things I have, the
Also-
only fast food is like McDonald's, Subway, and Panda Express.
It's kind of sad.
Panda Express is good though.
Do they like Taco Bell?
Oh, I do have Taco Bell.
Can you,
Okay,
can you get
good.
the $5 box or no?
I haven't been to Taco Bell in so long since I got food poisoning.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
valid. He got really
I
really
did.
bad
I
food
was,
poisoning.
I was out for a week. Dude.
Was it as bad as ITS Pizza though?
Oh my gosh. He doesn't
stories I've
Yeah,
heard.
they're diabolical. Okay, let's should we get into
Some gear.
some actual
I'm a
content?
gear nut.
Yeah,
so
let's
if you
do
wanna
it.
talk about gear, let's do it.
What?
What do you think about the new Canon V1?
That was
The-
the,
the-
lamest segue
The
ever.
power shot.
Yeah.
the power shot.
The
It's
only
goated.
time I've heard about this is when you talked about it.
It's so good. So it's 22 megapixels, which is good.
That's fine.
It's like a 1.4 inch sensor or so. I don't know. The
So it's crops, but
Yeah,
only
yeah.
by like what? Just a little bit, right?
just a little crop.
Yeah.
But then 4K C-Log 3 10-bit
Yeah,
422.
that's crazy actually.
That is insane.
At what FPS can you shoot that to though?
I think 30 or 60,
60?
right?
Yeah, but it's literally like this big.
Yeah,
fixed
no,
lens.
This
That's
is
awesome.
he got a Leica.
ridiculous.
Oh, that's sick actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't imagine.
I should have brought my little.
I can't
Fujifilm.
imagine having a Canon that's like a fixed lens.
Oh, it's a fixed lens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the market? Like vloggers?
Yeah, vloggers.
Okay.
It is 100% vlogger market, like
Okay,
content
so
creator.
Now my question.
Because
is-
the mic on board is good.
Oh, fair. What's the f-stop?
I think it's like 2.
It switches.
Yeah, it's 2 to like
See, okay, then we're getting into territory of is it worth it to buy that instead of just use your phone?
Yeah.
That's all.
No,
I'm saying.
I
No,
was
but
just like
you-
100
yes,
C-Log 3.
100%.
Oh, okay, C-Log 3. that's
C-Log
right.
3 is
But
a
you
game
can shoot
changer.
in ProRes log now.
Dude, that is such
If you have a
bullcrap
nice
though.
phone, right?
No, but
Well, I
also
mean-
like iPhone footage at the end of the day is iPhone
That's
footage.
true. You're so right, though.
And
That
like
is so
Canon,
valid.
Canon.
I
like,
need to see.
C-Log
I
3
need to
is good.
see what it's gonna put
Peter
out.
McKinnon made a video about it.
really?
You
Okay,
can go home and
that
watch
was
it.
that leads me into this question. So like as like a non-Canon person, did you like skip over Peter McKinnon your whole life or did you like watch him anyway?
No, he.
I watched him. I watched Peter McKinnon just to understand like basic tutorials.
Camera controls.
Camera
But,
controls,
like-
yeah. But then also like his stuff, his content. I phased out of his content a little bit just because I mean, I don't know. Like I just have.
Because you were fake.
Yeah.
He's a hater.
Well, we'll talk about. I've moved a lot more into the marketing world now instead of like actual content creation, which is kind of sad. But that's just what my job did to me.
yeah,
But
that is sad.
well, that's okay. We'll get to that in a second. Peter McKinnon, I watched for like the bucket shot video.
Yeah.
good.
One of the best YouTube videos of all time.
Right.
Prove me wrong. Yeah.
I could prove you wrong.
It
on that.
depends
of
on
the-
what you mean by YouTube videos.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would. Okay. There's short films on YouTube that are great. I'm talking about just standard YouTube video.
I wouldn't even call it a standard YouTube video.
Okay, well,
though.
if you go to like the OG like vloggers, it would be like Dobrik, McKinnon, the
Neistat.
Paul brothers,
Neistat.
Neistat.
I
That's
can't
a huge
believe
one.
Fran
That's
Neistat. That's
unbelievable.
crazy.
Okay,
Dude, were you with
No.
me when we met? Nice.
I
No.
didn't. I never
Legendary.
watched any of Neistat stuff until recently, which is crazy. I didn't
Bro,
grow
it's-
up on it.
From
I
a
grew up on
story-
that. Like,
Yeah, that was he was
so
probably one
hard.
of the first YouTubers I ever watched.
oh, dude, no, wait. You talked about Ryan Trahan. I used to watch him back when he made ab workout videos
No,
and
that's
like
actually
running
crazy.
videos. And
I have not been a Ryan Trahan.
he was
fan
like
that one.
14 making like running videos.
That's so funny.
I never, like I was like always like David Dobrik. I was from the beginning, and honestly, like people are gonna hate me, but like the Paul brothers. I was there from.
Oh,
day
Bro,
one.
same,
he's a
same.
low gang.
I'm
still
like,
Logan.
tell
Yeah.
him
I
guys.
love Logan Paul, dude.
so funny.
I don't even like WWE, but I watched like just for Logan
He-
Paul.
His favorite podcast for years was
Impulsive.
Impulsive.
Okay, I am so intrigued
Yeah.
by Logan Paul. I think he's one of the smartest
mentally?
influencers. Yes, there's on that side.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the smartest influencers in the world
Why?
because he has not phased out. Like
even with all the
obviously,
controversy.
yeah. Even with that's
Oh,
another
that's
thing,
true.
which wild. But also like Jake Paul is kind of phased out.
Oh, he's way
He's
phased
No.
No.
What?
Okay,
Y'all
Bro,
are
Jake
so
Paul
wrong.
is garbage.
No,
I
hold
think
on.
Jake Paul keeps Logan. They bounce off of keeping each other
Yes,
relevant.
But
It's
I'm
like
saying his content. Logan Paul
Oh.
produces weekly vlogs, and they're
now he is.
His
very-
videos
They're
are actually
They're
good.
He's
very
definitely
good.
using Siri anamorphic lenses, bro. I swear you
Yeah.
can see the blue
See,
streak.
that's what I'm saying. He's
using
found
the
a way
autofocus one.
to curate to his audience every single time, and now he's in Lunchly. He's got Prime, like just
Lunchly?
a brilliant marketer.
Okay.
I haven't had
I
lunch
do
today.
agree with that, and they also just started the new HBO show, which I've seen the first
I
episode.
do want to watch that actually.
It is kind of just Kardashians on a repeat
Oh,
so
yeah.
far, but I never
Oh
saw
wait,
the
I
Kardashians.
did. That is what they called in the commercial. They're like the Kardashians, but the Paul brothers.
But yeah, well,
I just think their family's intriguing.
it is. They are like, especially when you look at like the way they've bounced off, and like, I really do think like Logan's really does want to become like the WWE champion, and Jake
Facts.
really. I know. Will Jake ever do it? Who knows? But he wants to become the boxing world
Which
champion.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're so smart. They realize that all of their audience has grown up. Our 7th grade selves
Which
are
is-
no longer 7th grade kids.
At that
now
point, if
they're
you're
an
gonna
adult-
give them credit, you have to give us some credit because we are become the masters of making content that makes people angry.
That's right.
Like people always be in our comments. They're like, please, like take their podcast away.
Well, so the thing about Logan and Jake Paul is they were curated to the 7th and 8th grade audience, and then they did a little bit where they kind of fell off, and then Logan had a scandal, so
Yeah.
he had to fall off. But then he came. The thing about that too is he came back better. He came back better. He came back smarter.
That's true.
He did-
Befriending,
he-
befriending
he-
KSI was the best thing he ever
That's
did.
so true.
befriending him or defending him.
Befriending.
That's fair.
That's true.
And but also the way that Jake and him still hate each other like keeps it going, but it's still like interesting. Like there's a story.
Can we stop the Logan
Okay,
Paul?
let me say
glazing?
one more.
This
let
is
me- let me
literally
just say-
become a
let me
Logan Paul.
say, let me say
episode.
one more thing about just like because I want to talk about how like the content world has changed.
Yeah.
Because like growing up with like those like OG YouTubers, like I don't think we're ever gonna see a YouTube renaissance where like we get stuff like that again.
Okay.
No, because we don't have the
Yeah.
intentions.
Like
for stuff
Mr.
like that.
Beast is the most
So,
newest relevant
this
YouTuber,
is
but
a-
it's not like he was daily vlogging like that.
I have an
literally am addicted
ethical
to Reels.
dilemma. I have an we have a few minutes. I have an ethical dilemma to bring up for the rest of the episode. So, my job is to make content that is short and hooks people and gets the information
Dude, it
across.
Makes me so upset. I'm not gonna lie.
And I feel so bad
Yeah.
because people always come up to me and they're like, "Oh, I want social media because of what you're doing."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding
I
me?
agree with that,
You,
dude.
I just ruined your life."
Yeah.
Like,
because
actually,
but this is a perfect segue to the Ryan Trahan thing, because I think that's exactly like the new Ryan Trahan video. If you haven't seen it, it's the ad for Joyride, and I watched it the first time and I was like, oh, it's just an ad, so I kind of skipped through it. But then we watched it again today, and I was like, it's so like we've lost the attention span of good. Don't get me wrong, I love Ryan Trahan.
your
I think
attention span is cooked.
my attention span's cooked. It's not okay. But then I go watch like The Prestige, like any Christopher Nolan. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. Like I will sit for an like 2.5 hours and be locked into a
That's
good
valid.
movie.
Yeah.
But I think I'm tired of like the rotating okay, so new Ryan Trahan video, very like rotating content, and I understand that that's what he's doing. No hate to Ryan Trahan at all.
I
just,
don't
like,
understand what you mean. Like,
what
what is
I'm
your
saying
point?
is like his new video is very like rotating content. I feel like
what is
The
that even
short
mean?
film?
yeah.
I thought it was like
I thought it
kind
was
of refreshing because
yeah,
it was
I thought it was-
different.
What rotating content? What the heck are you meaning?
I'm saying it's very quick, and it's very like
It was a short film. It's 6 minutes.
It was like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like,
I thought they like told a decent story.
Yeah,
within
I
the
thought it
time
was
frame.
amazing.
yeah,
I didn't
was
think it was,
good, don't get
okay.
me wrong.
The first time I saw it, I was like, also like I'm just like a sucker for like bad SFX, and I can't do them, so like don't get mad at me. 'Cause I would never claim to like do it, but like
They weren't bad. They were.
it wasn't bad.
It was
just
like they were going for Spy Kids vibes, I think, which they nailed.
Fair.
maybe.
So
Okay, so this is my point. It was very curated to the younger audience, which is his audience. That's true. I don't think it was bad, but I didn't like it.
Bro's
That's
comparing
what I'm
Ryan
saying.
Trahan to Christopher Nolan
No,
right now, and then getting.
don't do that to me.
That's what you just did.
No, I'm comparing my short attention span and the fact that I have a short attention span, but then I also can watch Christopher Nolan movies.
So you got bored of a 6-minute video, and you're blaming it on Ryan Trahan.
No, dude, okay, I'm gonna stop.
okay, okay. I was gonna transition us back a little bit
Okay.
into something that you said earlier about like the ethicalness of like social media and like what we do because
It's so unethical.
I was praying or what? How much time do we have?
We have 2 minutes.
Okay, because I was thinking like about this the other day, and I was like, when I have kids, I'm not gonna give them social media, but I'm probably gonna be pretty active.
Yeah.
on it.
Not
So
even
I was
a
like,
phone.
How
dude.
is that?
I
Like,
do not
no,
want my kids having
that's what I'm
phones.
saying, dude.
am in this place where I don't want to be active at all on my own social media and only do it for business. And it's a weird spot
I
to be
agree
in.
because I was like very active on my social media to the point where like it was like became such like a consuming force that I literally had to like stop because I was like I care so much about like what these people are thinking and growing this account. And then Cort and I started this podcast and it's like it's so different because it's not like I'm
It's
like
not-
promoting myself.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like
fair.
it's its own
It's
business.
like a
if
group
it makes sense. Yes.
kind of deal.
And so like in that sense, I think it's like way healthier because like I don't like go read the comments and be like, oh my gosh, like what do people think about me? I'm like the comments are more.
You're
just,
like, oh, what do
funny.
people think about Cort?
It's
LOL.
what do they, oh my gosh,
people
what do they
think
say about
this
his color grade?
Yeah. That's literally it.
It's just
Is there like an ad at the 30-minute mark?
No, our camera will overheat, but sometimes we have an ad.
Yeah.
You
But
should run an ad.
but I was like also like I was also thinking about like even as like as Christians like oh why am I creating content that I'm hoping like takes people's minds away from stuff that doesn't actually matter.
that,
That's fair,
okay,
that's fair.
that is
That's
we,
what got me.
We need to take our break.
That's huge.
That's I think what the rest of the episode is going to be about
love
because
that.
I texted you and I was like, "Oh, hey, I need to talk to you about using your personal platform like as a marketing tool because it's so easy and really good. Like that is the only way that me and you have gotten jobs is because we use our personal thing to like get the job.
Yeah.
So like that's what we're going to get into.
Did it just? I
In a
heard it
minute.
beep. Did it just knock out?
No.
Okay.
It's good. That was the door.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah. All right. We'll be back. Okay, now we're going. Bradley
Okay.
had to change our heart.
Yeah, so not a change of heart. Okay, I
Apologize
just want to
right now.
clarify and defend myself a little bit and apologize, I guess. I am not okay, going back to the Ryan Trahan thing. First off, I love Ryan Trahan. Ryan, if somehow you're watching this, maybe that'd be awesome.
No,
I would love to be friends with you. I think you're an awesome guy.
One thing I can confirm with
He's
100%
not watching
value.
it.
I would love to be friends with you.
Have you
but
seen our podcast viewership?
okay.
Dude,
Anyway,
I don't know if
If
dude
this
saw it, he
somehow
could.
comes across your For You page, hit me up. But I want to clarify. I love Ryan Chan. I love all of his content. I think that the latest Joyride ad was a good video. I think it was produced well.
No, it was a great short film.
Yes. I just did not like the style of it, and that's all I'm going to say. And
I
that's no hate to anybody. I think it's great. I just
love the whole
stylize-
video. I love
That's
the
all I'm gonna
effort
say.
that went into it. I love how it was purposely corny. That's it.
Okay.
Ryan
that's it.
Trahan, I thought it was perfect. There's nothing you could have done better, and please hire me.
Hire me a Joyride. Send me unlimited Joyride candy. Actually, the ad.
Actually, I'm so down.
The ad did influence me. I literally went the same day and bought a bag of Joyride.
That's actually such a good point, though, because it did make me want to buy.
I kind
Joyride.
of want to. Okay, but let's be real here. They totally ripped off Nerds.
Oh no.
And we're back to 89 Ryan
100%.
Trahan.
But here's
Ryan,
the
we
thing.
love you, dude.
Here's the thing. He is self-aware in that, though.
That's
like
true,
he
that's true.
knows he's.
That's the whole
Do you
point.
think like
But that's the whole point. Is
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's making it healthier.
It's
than Nerds.
healthier.
if like they were accurate in what they said in the video, Nerds is actually the last one. Do you think they were like, all right, we just got to copy them, like word exactly what Nerds did?
Well,
like,
they did,
gummy
which
clusters.
is kind of awesome
I
because
respect
my whole
it.
thing is
I
like
want to compare them, Loki. I need to try.
we
them.
should.
Yeah.
No, Joyride is good.
Better than Nerds.
The
Nerds gummy clusters like my favorite in the world.
I'll tell you what, the Swedish Fish Joyride, amazing.
I haven't had that
I haven't
one.
had-
Oh my gosh,
I do love some
they're
Swedish
so
fish.
good.
do I, dude.
And then I had the cherry berry ropes, dude. I ate
Those
the
are
whole package in one sitting. Like
Ryan, you did well, man.
I mean, listen.
Listen, all three of us, we love you, Ryan,
okay.
and that's all I'm gonna say.
This does also bring up like an important, like, do we think like Ryan's actually like a part of it, or is he just the face like Logan is for like?
No.
Prime?
He is totally a part of it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But do you think Logan and KSI are actually a part of Prime, or is the faces?
I think they taste stuff. I mean,
No,
just like any owner.
No, I
runs any
think at the
company.
very beginning they were totally a part of it.
Really?
But also,
Now,
what
Lunchly?
you have to do. Well, I mean,
Lunchly's totally Jimmy, dude.
they are just the marketing team,
Yeah.
essentially, right? They're just
Yeah.
the faces.
Okay, so we wanted to get into an ethical question that I have, which is, so I work.
Well, we all do. We all kind of work in that space.
Yeah,
right?
but I work with high schoolers.
That's true.
So
that's
that's the big issue. So I work as a next gen person. So that means I make stuff for parents and families of preschoolers and all the way up through high schoolers.
Yeah.
And so my issue is I make social media content, but it's not because I want to make stuff for those people. It's because my job is to reach people with that content who are not, Luke, what are you doing? Who are not originally like seeing that stuff, and therefore it invites them into our page. And our page is like supposed to be like you said, stop, dude, you're gonna ruin the shot again. It's supposed to be
The
like
fan destroyed that.
it's supposed to be like a light in a dark place kind of thing, because that's what like social media is.
The
Awful.
darkest place.
It is
Right.
literally so bad.
It's a dark place.
But that's where like the ethical dilemma comes in for me. Is like, okay, cool, I'm making like all this content that's driving more people to social media that weren't originally that interested in social media, and for me that's a huge problem.
But also, so you're saying that people are joining social media only to watch you? Is what you're saying?
No. Well, for the videos that we produce as a group.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I know for a fact there are people like they've told me.
okay.
They're like, we got Instagram.
Because they don't want to feel left out.
Mm-hmm. We got Instagram
Oh,
because
okay,
of
I'm talking. Yeah.
because of this group.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like we didn't want to miss what was going on.
Fair.
And that literally
Mm.
like makes me so mad because if
Just finding all those people.
I hate social media.
Honestly, same.
Like with a burning
I
passion.
like. Sometimes I wish it wasn't a part of my job.
Dude, I agree and disagree. Like I have like a love hate because like, I'm not gonna lie. I can get addicted to social media so fast. Like,
That's
love,
why I hate it though.
Like I love. There's something like I feel like everyone naturally like, oh, like I want to be famous, and it's like social media has given everyone the ability to like have a
Right.
slight chance at becoming famous.
I would turn that a little bit and say it's given everyone the slight to be creative and create content.
or
like,
like
that's what I think the
publish
beauty of
publish
it.
their stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like your stuff can be like easily accessible. I mean, like it used to be like only the best people's stuff could be seen. Now everyone's can be seen.
Yeah. I just think like the main issue that I have is where do you draw the line when it comes to a good, so like, you know, there's like everything in the world is really, really bad. But then there's certain things that are good inside of those things, and a percentage of it can be outweighed by that. So like the healthcare industry, really, really messed up. Like pharmaceutical industry, super, super messed up. But there's a percentage of that pharmaceutical industry that's good, that is helping people. And so therefore, like people are still like, okay, fine. The pharmaceutical industry is okay. Government, god awful.
Nah, get rid of them.
But like there's a percentage of it that keeps it like afloat. And same with social media. So like social media, horrible thing.
I would say.
But there's a percentage of
Well,
it.
the difference of the things you just listed, though, healthcare we need, government we need. Social
Right.
media is
Only
this
'cause they
thing
told us
that,
we
like,
need it.
We only. Well, yeah, it's fair.
But now social media is a social construct.
That's true.
Oh, and even like if you see like Bezos and the owners of the big tech companies don't let their kids have it.
That's
Because
Exactly.
also so
you
valid.
see like the studies. Like I'm reading a book. It's in my backpack, but it's like it's called like the anxious generation, and it's
Dude,
like
your anxiety plummets the second that you get
That's
off your
so
phone.
true,
right?
dude.
I'm telling you right now. I've made changes over the past couple years of like my phone and content consumption and like how I consume content, like streaming services and everything. But this week I like tripled down on what I've been doing. So like now I don't have my phone in my room at all because first thing I do in the morning is get on my phone, and it's so bad.
It's so bad.
And then I also turned off every notification. I used to do this a long time ago, but then I started a new job where, again, I lied to myself and thought like, oh, well, I need my notifications. So you don't need any notifications. I'm telling you right now, you don't even need text messages. The only thing that you need turned on your phone is phone calls. And people in your life, if they're important to you enough, you will have told them, hey, call me if you need me.
Yeah.
You know? Fair. I don't even turn on Do Not Disturb. I literally have it completely turned off.
I have Do Not Disturb on it, but I literally have 3 people that like have access to me, and that's it.
My anxiety plummeted.
That's good.
There's nothing.
Because I agree. Because I think, and I started this in high school, and I don't even think I realized why I was doing it. But I would just always have my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
And it's because I didn't want to like have to look at the notifications, like worry about like, oh, has someone texted me back yet or not? It's like I'll check when I want to.
Yeah. That is the feeling, and that goes away. Like people might think, oh, well, when you turn off your text notifications, doesn't it make it more like a slot machine where when you open? No, you forget.
Yeah, it's like I honestly I don't go check, and it's like now I'm taking longer to respond to you, and it's almost like putting it back in. How it was.
I mean, shout out to my fiance. Love her a lot. She like that's how I know that I'm having such a good time with her. Is like when I'm with her, I miss like so many texts.
Yeah,
because I just don't check my phone.
That's good.
And that's my anxiety is at an all-time low.
Exactly. Like if I think everyone thinks, and this is something my older roommate brought up. He was like, well, you've had your phone for what, 6 years now? You're not just gonna forget one day to check your texts. And I was like, that is so true. Like, you're never going to go, like, 11 hours and be like, oh, what?
It's true. And when you're at work and you need to respond to text, you're going to be...
like, when I'm at work
it's
and
on
it's
your
like
laptop,
text,
it's
I
on my
just bring it
freaking
up
wrist.
on my
But
monitor.
like if someone needs me at work, they'll like Teams me or Vonage me like...
Yeah, or they'll walk over to my freaking cubicle. Are you kidding me? Like, what?
Dude, why aren't you texting me back? Oh, my bad.
Oh, sorry. I have my notifications turned on.
I agree.
Like, we're in such... Eddie Burback made a video about this. Like, he's like a... I don't know if you know him. He's like a YouTube commentary comedian, like Danny Gonzalez style, like Drew Gooden kind of guy. So he made a video and he was like, I hate my phone, so I got rid of it. And he was like, okay, I'm going to do a 30-day thing where I just put my phone in a safe and switch to a landline. And then he bought a chess clock, and which, you know what a chess clock is, like where you hit the... Okay. So then he put his iMessage on a laptop, and every time he wanted to check his text, he just tapped a thing on the chess clock and checks his text, and then he would only give himself like an hour for the whole 30 days. He ended up not even needing the chess clock because he checked his laptop so little, and he enjoyed having the landline and like an answering machine so much that like he's completely kept it. And like that is what, like, funny enough, he's like not even like a Christian comedian or like who knows what his morals are in general. But like that inspired me. I was like, dang, like,
dude, honestly, and that is crazy because until you said that, it's just crossing my mind how like unprivate of a generation we are. That makes sense.
That's so bad.
That sounds like so obvious, but like think about it. Like our parents, like they couldn't just like call people whenever they were text whenever. And we not only have phone numbers and cell phones, but we have social media on top of that.
Yeah.
With like
that's
like
location,
Snapchat,
Life
like,
360, location tracking, like Find My Friends.
Yes, like you could literally like that's
I want to clarify, like I want to kind of move in a direction, like I don't want to just like we can talk about the ethics of like our smartphones, but I think like as content creators, which all 3 of us are, as we like, social media has created a platform for us to publish content, which is what we enjoy doing, and we could argue like for our own good, right, or for the entertainment and inspiration of others. And I think that's what like I liked, because you started like, where's the line, right? Of like,
because we've been sucked into the whirlpool of, oh, let's just pump out content, let's pump out rage bait, let's pump out like stuff that'll get likes, views, comments, and we're rewarded for that.
Yeah,
like we're gonna get a check from that.
that only lasts so long, I think, because that's what I was getting at earlier.
You'd be surprised.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like low key, like it does.
Yeah,
and it's like in the world that we live in, like that is like what the world like.
Yeah, they look for hate and darkness and are like, oh, I love this.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, cool. Like so many car crash accounts on Instagram.
That's
like
so
much.
My whole feed.
Yeah, exactly. And like so many people are just looking for hate comments. And I saw this one lady. She was like a therapist on like a TikTok therapist who like, you know, they make like tips on like therapy and stuff. And she was like, here's what I would do if I wanted to ruin my life. And she was like, I would like TikTok comments that are hate comments until I feel bold enough to leave my own.
Dang.
And I was like, dang, that is so
That's valid.
like accurate of this generation is like, and I'm so guilty of this too. Like when I see a funny hate comment, boom, hit that like button. And honestly, I'm so glad you guys can't see like the Cort and Luke account, like what we've liked. Cause I mean, you'd see a lot of hate comments that are like genuinely pretty funny, but
Dude,
that's
I left
just
my.
like,
I think like the other day I left my first hate comment. It wasn't even really hate. It was just like funny, but it was hate.
but at the same time,
Yeah.
like think about all the people who are leaving stuff on ours that like it has hurt our feelings.
dude, ours wasn't even funny. You're just mean, dude.
See, okay,
but,
so
no, but that's how other people feel.
this
Yeah.
is the thing is like, as we create content, this is why I started to there's a gosh, I wish I knew his Instagram. There's a guy on Instagram. He just posts like, there's two guys. So there's one guy that posts like really like heartfelt, nostalgic like videos with him and his kids, like talking about like being a dad.
like the superhero.
And it's
memes
like-
ones.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
no.
talking about though.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
This
know.
one's like super nice, and like it makes me want to be like a dad so bad. It's like the cutest thing ever. And he talks about just like the normalities of being a dad. Then there's, which I think is awesome. Then there's this other guy who films reels of him, like he literally wakes up, he goes to work. It's just like the normal guy life. Have you seen that?
Tim Michino?
Yes,
yeah,
dude.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's like, they're two similar but also different, and I think that's like, I've started to love that content.
Right.
Number one, because it appeals to everyone. Like we all can relate to that, right?
Right.
But then number two, especially the guy who does like these heartfelt dad videos, like it inspires me to want to be better and to be a father.
So I think that's maybe the problem. So the solution is like we need to just, dude. Luke is messing with his smoke machine. He's about to ruin our whole shot. So I think that might be the solution.
Wow, that's really gonna go everywhere.
Bradley may have just come in and revamped the whole
Yeah,
podcast
low-key.
today because he redid the lighting. And he's about to redo the whole philosophy. Is like, do we just move on from the gear reviews and just start doing like more inspirational based?
No, okay,
No,
so
no,
I
heck
think
no,
hold on.
both.
I want to clarify. I don't think there's anything wrong with gear reviews, and I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
there's
But
anything wrong.
the way we do it,
That's
there's
fair.
something
No,
wrong
no,
with
what I'm
it.
saying is your audience is like a majority of your audience are amateur photographers and
They're
videographers,
people who
right?
want to be.
Exactly. So I don't think
Which
there's
we
anything wrong with
need
that.
to encourage them.
Yeah, but
True.
my thing is like, the podcast is there is doses of both in the podcast. Like watch the podcast.
Right.
For short film, I think what we're doing on social media is great. Like I'm honestly good. I wouldn't even change it. If it's working, don't fix it. I do want to start creating other videos that isn't just podcast content
Right.
on our channel, like editing
That's good,
videos,
yeah.
reaction videos, like behind the scenes when we shoot our short film. Like there's so many things like that I want to
like
do.
teaching content.
And that did make me nervous when you were like, "Oh, we need to do react videos,"
I
because
said Cody and Noah.
I don't want to be
not
a
rude.
hater guy.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I totally have a video. Like when this podcast ends, I have to show you. We're gonna pull this up. We're gonna watch the first 10 minutes of it.
Okay.
We have to. I wanted to include it in the podcast. I wanted to do like a react video to it, but now that you mentioned it, it's totally hateful. But we have to watch it.
But here's my thing: is like we can't be those guys.
No.
Like
For the
we
first
need
10
to-
minutes of this,
yeah.
we're going to be, and I'm going to record. No, I'm not.
No,
but-
we can't. Like I'm gonna ixnay that.
It's so funny though. I promise you, you're gonna cry laughing.
Okay, fair, but let's do that in the quietness of our own.
I also think there's nothing wrong with. There's a difference between hate and critique.
No,
right.
but what we're doing is
It's
hating.
hating.
No, the thing that I have in mind is complete destruction.
So then, with like creating,
Like
more,
there has been some
It's
people.
funny. That-
There has been some people on our TikTok who do give critique. They're like, "Hey man, your skin is freaking purple."
No, and,
Like-
and that's valid. And like,
Yeah, it's
some
okay.
people like I've had some decent conversations in the chats, and that's been kind. But I do think that like there is. I get what you're saying, and we should probably talk nicer sometimes.
We need to transition to more teaching style content
Yes.
because
inspiring.
because that is what we grew up on, and I feel like like
that's
that is
so good.
that is
actually.
what I wanted
That's
to
what
make.
we're missing, dude.
I think that's a
initially.
perfect like full circle back to
I-
like Casey Neistat, Peter
Yeah.
McKinnon.
Yeah,
right?
and I've wanted to do a lot of that on my own personal channel as well. I've just stopped because I'm literally moving in like 2 months, and I like
Bro,
I'm
that's
literally
like
getting
no
I'm
excuse
literally-
at all.
No, but I'm literally getting a studio that I'm just gonna like set my camera up
That's
and just leave
actually
it there.
so-
So I'll
that's
never have
true.
to change it ever.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if I buy an R5C, I'll literally just leave the R6 in there 24/7 as the studio cam.
Yeah.
And like I just literally just gonna be sitting at my monitor where I can
I
just
would do
make
vice
those
versa.
kind of videos, you know?
That's true.
Because the R5C is better as a stationary cam than the R6.
Yeah.
I do want to get at though that I've kind of been in this. I think it's crazy that I've kind of been studying this over the last couple months as I've been directing. I mean, I've been leading a communications department, and we've kind of gone through this thing of it's for a nonprofit. And so we're at this place of like, we don't want to just create content so that people give us money, right? Like we want to inspire people and create content that's, I mean, for you guys, kind of more teaching, but for us, it's like more inspiring.
And I get that, but like, I've worked with nonprofits, churches, and now I'm at a law firm. And I'm going to be so real, like, making people, like, that kind of content just doesn't go viral, respectfully.
It doesn't.
True.
Which stinks.
It's trying to grow brands is, like, it's hard. Like, I've been, like, at this law firm for, like, almost a year now. And it's, like, Cort and I have had this podcast for way less than that. And we have so much more success on this podcast.
Because we target viral stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
but
you
then, okay, so then, but then also there's the dad content that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. But here's our
Which is a
issue.
niche, which
Here's
is a
our
niche.
issue is we do put out that teaching content. We do put out that
It
nice
just
stuff.
won't go viral.
No, not only that, people don't watch it.
Yeah.
That's
Because
fair.
we have posted that stuff as reels. We've posted that stuff as full podcast episodes.
Yeah.
People don't go back and
Previews.
watch it.
And that's just how, and, like,
That's fair.
I will say that's one of the big things
My
I would say
bedtime or
on
something?
social media
What?
is, like, even if you're a brand, it's like personalizing it to an individual or like a couple of people.
True.
Like, people want to see the face behind. They don't want to see.
It's the personality. That's what
That's-
we're attracted to.
That's something Andre brought up is like dialing everything in.
What do you mean?
Just like honing it, because we're hybrid stuff. So like our way that we make our money is being really good at just a ton of things, and people
True.
hire us because we can handle just
All three of us, yeah.
just a ton of things.
like, I haven't even told you this, but we're doing a complete website redesign.
Great.
And, like, branding design. Which,
Perfect. And
Like,
we're
is that
ready.
even on our website.
and that's
And
No.
guess what? We're ready.
Yeah.
Because we did it for ourselves, so we can do it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And,
that's-
that is
yeah.
something to be proud of.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's, I think you have to learn by doing stuff on your own. So like you
Yeah.
guys film podcasts for other people. You
But-
only learned how to do that through filming your own podcast.
That is so true, because, like, with these crappy lights, dude, I, like, learned, like,
Yeah.
3-point lighting and, like, in my college dorm. And then, like, I've since then built podcast studios for other people
Right.
using, like, a little nicer stuff than this. And not, like,
A
hating
lot
this, you know.
nicer, honestly.
Yeah.
But, like, that is so much like how you learn. It's just, like, doing stuff and then, like, realizing this looks so bad.
And
like, how
that's
do I
why
fix
we
this?
want to make
Only
short
by
films.
failure.
That's why we want to make short films for ourselves, is so one day we can make them for
Yeah.
other people.
And I
Yeah.
think that like Casey Neistat, I go straight to there. Like Casey Neistat,
Glazer.
like yeah, I love.
I know
Casey
I'm the
Neistat.
OG Day One fan.
I'll talk up Casey Neistat all day long. I think he is the perfect representation of making content for himself. That's
yeah.
fantastic, budget friendly, and tells like an amazing story. It
And
just
I
tells an
think
amazing
I
story.
think that is the thing, is if we run as hard and Luke, are you still with us?
I'm so
If
eager.
if you run as hard as possible, we talked about this in a team meeting today. If you run as hard as possible in your lane for as long as possible, things are gonna work. Like you are going to improve, dude.
I'm
what?
trying to think if I agree with that.
I
No,
don't
but
know.
do it right. Like
Yeah,
continue
I mean,
to.
but
improve.
if you could, yeah,
No.
you'd have to continue. You could
Okay,
do this
Well, I would say it
wrong
this way.
thing over and over and over.
no,
I
no, no.
think-
But I'm
I
talking
think-
like being improving.
That's
I
fair.
think for like 60% of 80% of the population, if you just like pick one thing and work really hard at it, you'll be successful.
Yes.
And then like there's 10% of the population that's like, even if they never worked hard, they're so talented they would work out anyways. There's also 10% at the bottom that like they can work as hard as they can. It's never gonna work out for them.
Dang.
I
that
don't.
sucks.
I just like feel like that's just
Dang.
kind of how it is. Like
yeah,
80% of people, if you work really hard, success will find you.
That's true.
10%, even if you don't work hard, like you're so talented, you're gonna be successful
But
anyways.
here's the thing: 90% don't have the work ethic,
I agree.
Also true.
which is what is so nice about being a photographer. Is everyone's like, okay, there's a trend right now.
I was
everyone's
just
like,
about to talk about that. Go ahead.
everyone's like, okay, I'm gonna get my camera so I can quit my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm gonna
Us.
get out. Not at all. Are you kidding me?
I'm totally. That's all I want to do.
But we work 24/7.
Yeah, it's true.
And I've been working.
But
so
I
much
think
forever,
that's
but
what social media has done, right? It's created this world. Talking about the power shot, everyone can be a content creator.
Well, that's true.
That's
too,
the
because-
thing with the DJI Osmo.
But facts. But like the people that are like, I want this camera so I can quit my 9 to 5, don't realize like you're gonna be working more than a 9 to 5.
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
gonna
saying.
go.
You're
so
working
true.
Cort and I,
24/7.
and maybe Bradley, I don't know what your hours look like, but we're probably working like over 100
hours
a
a week.
Like,
For sure.
I-
I may not be at 100 hours a week, but with my full-time job on top of my marketing company, on top of like just normal
Living-
life stuff.
yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't
like,
stop.
between all of it, it's like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like all three of us are planning weddings right now, and then me and Luke,
That's crazy. We all
me
are.
and Luke are up to
So
our
true.
gills right
Oh,
now
don't
to a
even get me
point
started.
where.
I'm drowning, dude.
But here's the thing, though. We have risen to the top of our work capacity because now it's like, oh, cool. The laziest thing we'll do is work on our short film, which is a beautiful.
That is true because like it's gotten rid of like coming home and just like playing video
Video
games.
games.
so true.
Just didn't exist.
Because like we'll be like, oh man, finally time off of work, time to write my short film.
Time to write some blogs for the website. Oh, I got SEO this page. Like,
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
that's so
oh great,
true.
we'll write 20 blogs on
Yeah.
our time off, and it'll feel like a freaking vacation compared to the
That's
rest
so
of our
true.
lives.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
yeah, I
with
think-
remote work.
and that's like learning how to love it,
Yeah.
right? And like if we do love creating content, it's like in high school you hated reading because the teacher made you read, but then
Right.
you'd go home and you would find a book that you love.
Exactly. Like Luke hates making reels when I'm like, "Hey, buddy, go make some
Yeah.
reels." But the second he sits down to make some reels, he's like, "Oh, I love this!"
Dude,
Like,
I get dialed in. It's like a
And
drug.
so I would say to all the like amateur photographers out there, like don't like go and create content like and find what you love. Like don't do something just to make money.
But
And,
here's the
like,
thing,
and
you
I
have
think
to
that's
work
what I kinda
hard at
did.
it.
Yeah,
because think about how long the three of us were like, "Oh, let's make a podcast,"
that's I mean
and
many
now
times.
we're
Yeah,
now
for
we're
sure.
doing it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there was many attempts.
But what I'm saying is, don't go. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I want to shoot weddings because that's where the money is,"
Right.
Or I want to shoot portraits because this, and this, and it's guaranteed money. Which I think is what I did with portraits. Is I was like, "Oh, it's guaranteed money," because I needed the money. But then also like
Yeah.
I lost my love of photography so fast because it became that like
cyclical.
A
my
chore.
teacher
Yeah.
telling me to read the book instead of me doing something that I love because I love it.
That's
Which
a
is
good
why I
point.
bought my Fujifilm. And
I
I'm so
think
excited
even
to
like
use it.
with like a full 9 to 5 job, like I have to like constantly remind myself like, oh no, like you like doing this. Don't forget
that's
that.
so
like
Yeah.
oh, no, like,
No,
oh,
that's what I
it
think
feels
about
like
all
my
the
boss
time.
is like, hey, can we make this video? And I'm like, and they're like, oh wait, no, I love making
Yeah, I
videos.
love
So
making
That's my issue. Is for a long time. Okay, my boss, if you're watching this, it's gone. I love my job. I thought for a fat chunk of time that I was gonna quit my job, and I was scared because I didn't want to quit my job. I love my job,
yeah.
but I was like, okay, wait, like, is this too? I just didn't know how cushy a job was supposed to be, honestly, because I'm so young. And I was like, oh man, this really feels like work. But now it's like,
It's work.
oh man, it's work and it's great. And
Yeah.
like, I get to
Yeah.
clock in and know, like, okay, I'm making good stuff and I have a team that backs the good stuff.
Yeah.
And
And we get to get paid to do what we
there's
love.
That is
unlimited
true,
stories to tell, which is amazing.
It's so true. Yeah, I think that is. I totally agree with you. Like, I have to get in the mindset of like, no, I love doing this. Like, and even now, like, I do love figuring out the marketing world. Like, we had a whole thing with our Google ads a couple weeks ago, and I like had
Google
to dig into it.
Ads.
Yeah,
Love
don't even
Google
start on
Ads,
Google Ads.
dude.
But I had to dig into it and like learn Google Ads, and I loved it because like I am learning a whole new field, and I'm getting paid to do what I love, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I
is.
will say
the
it's-
best thing about our jobs is we get paid to watch YouTube tutorials.
And paid to learn.
Also
Yeah,
so
literally paid to learn. I took an entire like Google, like I got trained Google certified because I was like needed to learn it, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Any
and then he turned around
like-
and made 6 figures.
if anything, like our jobs, like our 9 to 5, whatever you want to call it,
Desk
is training us to be better at doing the things that we love.
Exactly.
And I think that's
Which is why we brought up the whole thing of like, oh, if your digital media producer isn't quitting, then like he's not good.
Yeah.
Because we said a while ago.
That's an interesting statement, though.
well, that was back
Eventually.
eventually. So like
oh, like
Like, he'll
getting
outgrow-
too good for the job.
yeah.
Okay. I thought you
no,
were saying
so
'cause
like
he- yeah, yeah.
So like if they're not improving themselves, it's because they have no initiative. And so they should like you should constantly be on the edge of like, oh shoot, are they gonna quit because they're doing really good?
Yeah, and I would say going back to the amateur thing, like I would say create content and just continue to create. And this is honestly, this is what you did. You
That-
created,
dude,
created, and
my
then people were
reels-
like,
My
"Hey,
reels stunk so bad.
well, yeah."
I
but,
went
like,
back and watched them last night because I missed Mexico City a lot because the weather right now and it's spring in Texas right now, so the weather is a lot like Mexico City, and it's just making my heart like melt.
But what I'm saying is like you created, and then people were like, "Hey, can you do that for me?"
And they actually but what was crazy was I didn't know people were enjoying my content. And then I came
Because you were creating because you love to create.
yeah,
That's the whole thing.
but then I came home and people were like, "Oh shoot, where are your videos? I like them." And I was like, "Oh man, like
Well,
why didn't
yeah.
you tell me that?"
But I would say if you have a camera and you want to be a photographer, a videographer, whatever you want to be, I love that clip. If you're photographer, just wait. You will become a videographer.
Dude, we got so much lashing out.
So many people are like, I will never do it. I won't. I promise I won't.
You just wait. But if you don't enjoy creating content, you will not thrive in this industry.
No, not
You
at
just
all.
won't.
Not at all. If editing a video feels like a chore to you,
Yeah.
and there's some people I know out there right now who are grinding.
I
And-
make the most boring reels for a coffee shop right now
Yeah.
for my marketing company, and I still
Don't
enjoy
tell
it.
them that.
No, they're not gonna watch. Oh, we're taking a picture right now. they're not gonna watch
This
But-
is where Luke's ADHD brain checks out.
But like, I still enjoy.
Give me your
it-
toy.
creating
me-
that
I seen the
content.
lens cap.
Give me your toy. I don't know where I went.
Where did we
I have to kind of parent him a little
My
bit when
lens
we're on the
cap. I
podcast.
lost it.
Is it on your sock? Shoe? Oh, those are actual.
Well, we're just.
Okay, all right.
I thought we were close to a break. Is the only reason I pulled it out.
No, we're not. Well, actually, we are close to a break. We can take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll
Okay.
take a break.
Okay, kick us off. What were we gonna start with?
Well, we can start with the fact that the entire last 30 minutes, Luke wasn't wearing his hat.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
guys, if that's in the
You're
reels,
gonna
dude,
look
I'm
like
done.
an idiot. That's gonna look worse than my color
I
grade
know.
last week.
I literally almost said something,
I'm
but I
not
didn't want to
clipping
blame
it.
you.
If I clip it, I'm not putting myself in there.
Bro, it's just gonna be like
It's
zoomed
so
in.
Yeah, it's gonna be my
okay,
nose, dude.
here's the thing about shooting with anamorphics. They're very sensitive. So, you know how you texted me? You're like, "Oh, you're way too close to the camera last time." Bro, it's because I accidentally shifted the camera like a half a millimeter,
Yeah.
and then it like warped my face.
Who
You
always
look
shoots on internet? Is
fat.
it Steven Spielberg?
Your
Always-
mama? No, it's it's the guy who made
It's
Star Wars,
Steven-
J.J.
it's
Abrams.
Dude.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry,
JJ
y'all start talking about movies, and I just have to like throw this out there. So
I still haven't watched
Okay,
Flow.
we're gonna do movies now.
I became a Letterboxd nerd.
Oh.
this
Yeah,
year,
he's a dork now.
and I know I swore I'd never do it, but I did this year.
Anyways,
I
I want to
will
make this
never do
J.J.
that.
Abrams comment. That's what, like, first off, J.J. Abrams and whoever his director of cinematography is, that they're so good because the stuff that they produce with anamorphic lenses is
Wait.
brilliant.
I don't. Are you talking about J.J. Abrams or are you talking about someone else? J.J. Abrams does Star Wars, and that's it, pretty much.
Okay, we need to restart this segment because that's not true at all.
Am I smoking crack?
Somebody.
Yeah, are
Who
you
is-
smoking crack?
Who is J.J. Abrams?
I don't even know who J.J. Abrams is.
What? Okay.
Do you know who Gracie Abrams is? What do you know about that? I love you. I'm sorry, bro. Bangerville. That's a clip.
I hope J.J. Abrams sees this. and it's
J.J.
like-
Abrams
I'm gonna
movies and
tag
TV
both
shows.
of them.
Star Trek and Star Wars, you dork face.
And Lost? Are you kidding?
Oh, he did do
and
Lost.
all the mission. No.
Okay,
one-
womp womp. J.J. Abrams wins again, but at least his daughter makes good music. I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, okay,
can't
well,
listen
I
to
was
Wait,
just
he
gonna
actually
pick up-
cooked though. He made the Disaster Artist.
I'm telling you, he's a fantastic director.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you flaming me?
I just want to talk about my movies.
Okay, talk about your movies, dork face.
Okay, well, I watched Child's Play for the first time.
Is that that
I have
creepy
not seen
movie?
that.
Like Chucky.
Oh no, I'm not about.
I gave it 2.5 stars. Not good.
Was it
I
that-
thought
Okay,
it
cool.
was-
Why are we bringing it up?
I don't know. I just really wanted to share the movies with the audience. Okay.
Well, why?
Okay,
It's
okay,
2
okay.
stars.
This is like I've only gave 3 5-star movies in my whole life, and this is one of them. I literally y'all might know this movie. I never heard of it. I literally was on HBO Max, and I just like saw it, and I was like, why not? I played it, and like when I tell you, I was invested the whole time. For like it came out in 1986, I think.
You gonna tell us what the movie is?
Yeah, I'm getting there. 1986.
Hurry up.
The whole I
Luke,
I don't
dude,
wait.
what is
I
the
have
movie?
to I
Tell
have
us
to
what
build
the
it up.
movie is.
I don't give out 5 stars lightly. Like
We
this
know.
is the
We
third
get
ever.
it. What's the movie?
Stand by Me.
I've heard of that, but
Wait. What's it about?
Unbelievable movie. Unreal. It's like these kids, they go to find a dead body. And that sounds like so boring. Oh my gosh.
that sounds boring.
It's like The Goonies.
yes.
No, but way better.
Okay.
Goonies is like a 3-star movie.
Goonies is a classic though.
Yes.
Goonies
ahead,
is
Goonies.
not a 3-star
But
movie.
then I so I watched that one on the 28th. The 29th I watched another movie when I tell you it was this close to being 5 stars.
Wait.
What
When are
movie?
you having all this time to watch these movies?
I've been coming home and staying up till like 3 a.m. Like I
Okay, just
Hey,
checking.
respect, that's a
Just
grind.
making sure that this
okay,
is not taking away
because
from our
I've
reels.
realized like I can't watch TV shows because like that takes away from me watching reels. But
Yeah.
movies,
Can we?
Bro,
I do though
when I
want to
tell
talk
you-
about Severance in
Hold on,
a
yes,
second.
yes,
If we're
yes.
gonna
He
go
hasn't
on
watched
this
it yet.
trail,
Can I
But-
finish this movie though?
Hold on. So I was like, Luke, where have all of our reels been? He started a TV show and wasn't making reels.
What were you watching?
Oh my gosh, what was I watching? Oh,
Penguin?
Hacks. It was like that female comedian show on HBO.
Wow, you
Exactly.
sacrificed
He
your ass
ruined
for
he
that?
ruined our business analytics for a week and a half
the business
because of
analytics.
that.
For some female comedians, and everyone
That's
knows girls
hilarious.
aren't funny.
That's
Just
so.
kidding.
That's fair.
Clip.
Okay, but when I tell you, so like I don't give out 5 stars lightly. This next movie, like it might have been deserving of 5 stars, but I just didn't give it to it because I couldn't do back-to-back nights. So I gave 4.5.
What a dumb reason. That's like
That's
your
crazy.
English teacher
No,
being
no,
like,
this-
oh,
no, 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 no.
200s in a row.
No,
There's
no,
an
no,
80.
no, 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 no.
This, 98.
This was my review. I said a true mystery movie with real stakes, amazing cinematography and acting, one of the few movies that leaves you thinking. And I thought about like,
What
Cool, what's
is
the movie?
Luke?
okay, 2013 Prisoners with Hugh
Oh,
Jackman.
Prisoners is one of the best
Oh,
movies of all time.
Prisoners is amazing.
Unbelievable! it was so good.
You just discovered
So
Prisoners?
I didn't know anything about it, and I was like,
one of the best.
I
It's
saw
It's so
Hugh-
good.
It was so
Fantastic.
Is it 5 or 4.5? I
Oh,
gave
it's
it
so
It's a 5. It's a
Are
5.
you kidding
I gave
me?
it
It's
4.5.
in my top 10.
I'm telling you, it might have been 5. I just
I
couldn't do
love
back to
that
back.
movie.
Okay, if you like, have you seen Seven?
No.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
haven't.
gosh.
It's so good.
Watch Seven. It's
Okay.
fantastic. Yeah.
We can have a watch party tomorrow.
Okay. we're
Yeah,
gonna
Wait,
do
Wait, what am I
I'm
doing?
being
I'm busy tomorrow.
that. Okay. I'm in C-Stat, but sometime.
We'll do it
Boring.
next week.
Bro has a girlfriend.
But it was a great movie. I told you. Also, let
No,
me just
Prisoners is one of the best movies of all time.
let me finish my roundup, and then I watched
that movie's
Despicable
nuts.
Me 4, 2.5 stars.
Dude, Despicable Me 4,
Fu-
one of the worst.
Prisoners to Despicable Me 4 pipeline is brutal.
Despicable Me 4 might have been one of the worst movies I've ever seen in theaters.
Oh,
ever
no,
of all time.
Straight up, because I was looking. No, Minions Rise of Group is also booty. Let's talk about that.
I
don't know if I've seen that one.
love.
No, that was the
Minions,
one
though.
everyone went in the suits. You definitely
Yeah, I
Yes,
did
saw
because
that.
I was living
yes.
in England, so I didn't get to see it.
Nerd.
Sorry, I traveled the world.
But and shoot on Nikon. But
God.
so here's the thing. So Despicable Me 4 had a great, in theory, soundtrack. Like the artists who were on
I
it.
don't even remember it.
Exactly.
It was not like reminding
Boom.
me to
There you go.
Yeah.
I spent money on that movie and wasted
Great
it.
soundtrack though. Top Gun
Interstellar.
Maverick.
Bro, Top Gun.
Top
Okay.
Gun Maverick.
And Top Gun. Oh my gosh, I
Top
did
Gun-
not realize.
You know what I'm a hater of? Top Gun Maverick for no reason.
Wait.
No. Listen to this.
Hold on.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
wait,
So
hold on.
I'm
Please explain.
I'm a chronic like I hate bandwagoning.
Okay, I get that, but it was good.
True,
No.
but-
That's what I'm saying. It was so good, but I'm such a anti-bandwagon person that I have stopped myself from realizing how good of a
Yeah,
movie it
dude,
is.
they put IMAX cameras in F-16s.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
literally the most American thing ever.
like you can't. That's awesome.
That is so sick.
Okay, one movie though I will say that was like overhyped, The Batman.
Eh.
Everyone
I only watched
acted.
it once.
Everyone said it was 5 stars. It's a 4-star movie.
Yeah,
Like,
It's
really.
okay. It's definitely not a
I-
5-star movie. It's not
But
up there
no,
with
no, no, no.
Prisoners.
Everyone was like, "It's so beautiful. It looks so
it
good."
was a pretty.
It
It's
looks
so
good.
beautiful.
one of the best I've ever seen. Could not have been more beautiful. Couldn't have been more beautiful.
But it was beautiful. I just didn't think it was.
It's
that
definitely
didn't make
not
it
5
that much of a
stars.
better movie though.
Yeah, right.
And last but not least, movie that I watched most recently. Actually, no, I'll say 2. The Notebook.
I've
I've
I had
never
my
seen The
fiance
Notebook.
made me watch it.
Is
And,
it
like,
good?
Honestly, I gave it 4 stars.
Wow. Okay.
So-
That's good to know.
And then
It's sad, isn't it? At the end.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I
I thought
appreciate
it
I
was-
that.
do appreciate
I thought
that.
it was sweet though.
You know what's a great movie? When Harry Met Sally.
I've never seen it.
I've
Bro,
also never
that's
seen
a
it. Man,
great
I've,
movie.
I've
What? You
sound-
need to watch that
I
with
know,
your
I
fiance.
keep
Y'all want
saying
to
I
know
haven't
the only
seen it,
5-star movies that I have though? There's only 3.
Tell him.
The Dark Knight,
Oh,
That's a good one.
great movie.
and then Stand by Me and The Godfather.
You know what we got hate for is liking La La Land.
Oh, dude.
So
Don't even get me started on La La Land.
Go
You
on.
like it or
I-
don't like it?
I love it.
It's so
Okay,
good.
Listen to me. The color science. I could talk for. We could do an entire podcast on the
Hey,
color science.
We gotta
of
be
La La
careful
Land.
though. This grade has to be good before we start talking.
No, okay. I didn't color. You didn't color grade.
No, but
La La
Sorry
Land.
that you guys
La La
listen
Land
is
also
redder
the
than mine.
callbacks to classic movies of shots that
Yes,
are in that
true.
movie,
Mm.
unbelievable.
Oh yeah, the part where they go down into the pool.
Every
love that
single
Yeah.
color
And the
is an
stars
emotion.
singing in the rains.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Don't okay. Yeah, we got to move on, or we'll
No,
be here forever.
that was my first date with Morgan.
That's
well,
Watching La La Land.
I think so.
Is it
Maybe
that's
second date.
I love
Dangerous
Omen.
omen with that one.
That is so true.
The ending with a girl you like.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
And a redhead.
Dude,
That-
I watched that in college when I was like, we're not sure who I was gonna date at the time, and I watched it. I was like, I'll never date. It won't work out with anyone. I'm always gonna choose my work.
Yeah. That is
That's
one
true.
thing, though. I kind of like the ending of La La Land because it's like not everything works out, which is sad.
Or it did.
Or it did. That's true.
It definitely didn't.
I
What
don't
are
know.
you yapping about?
He got his dream of holding his piano bar. And
But he didn't get the girl.
He didn't get the girl though.
Do
He
you
wasn't
think-
happy.
do you think? I don't know.
Okay, we don't need to get into
that's
this.
now
This
we're
is
getting deep.
Okay, wait, have you seen it?
all the now,
Okay,
all
okay.
the all the
Best-
13-year-olds with FX3s are like, what is this?
Not the. That's crazy,
Bro,
Me,
did you-
13-year-old
I don't
me
know
with
if
a
you saw it,
D3100.
Because you're on social media all the time, so you should see our
That's
clips.
something. Dude.
But
It's so bad.
did you see the one we made about the baby with the 70 to 200? That was okay. That one got me every
Someone
time.
commented on that. They're like, I came out of the womb with my camera.
Yeah. Honestly, he probably did.
Loki.
Bro came out with the DJI Osmo. He was like, "How's it look out there?"
Hey, it is waterproof.
That.
Wah, wah,
That's
wah.
crazy, actually. That's wild.
Oh my god!
No, staying on the movie trends. I want to add to the 5-star movie list. Interstellar, though. Okay, no, I can't. I'm trying to keep us back on track. This is crazy.
No, we
That
can't.
was a crazy comment.
We clipped that or not? Definitely goes that.
That was a crazy comment.
Geeked or locked in?
Not waterproof.
Definitely
Dude.
geeked.
You think that's why DJI made it? Just only for the waterproof?
No, they made that. They honestly wreaked havoc on society with that thing, bro. The amount of people who,
Hey, Peter McKinnon did one on the DJI Osmo.
but the amount of people who are buying them,
It's so true.
like they're at Costco by the dozen.
Hey,
Dude.
anybody can be a content creator, dude. That's the motto.
No, no,
I totally agree. Yeah.
bro. But we were getting onto people for just.
I can't believe you said that.
I mean,
Is that just off the dome?
Okay, shh.
It's because it's so late.
It is.
It
very
is
late.
super late. It's
It is
only
definitely my
10:20.
For a podcast that we filmed, though,
Oh yeah, we usually, dude. No, last week though we filmed at 10 p.m.
that was crazy.
Wow.
That was diabolical. That was your fault though, right?
Yeah,
Okay, just checking. Because I go to bed at like 7.
Wow.
Not actually.
I would love that, but no.
So I like go and get in bed.
Oh, big yawn. See, bedtime.
Yeah. Well, it's because I don't get enough oxygen in my noggin. But that's what my sister does. It makes me. But
we were doing so well.
yeah,
and
we
that
were
one
being
comment
so
just
professional. We
threw
went
us off
we went
the
from the
rails.
ethics of social media to
now.
oh my god. But
Oh my gosh.
okay.
That's
What were we even talking about?
Movies.
What is on
Movies,
your
can we-
socks?
okay, Junior Mints are my favorite candy.
Dude, Junior
Suck
Mints
it,
are so
Joyride.
Junior Mints are booty. What?
What? No, Junior Mints are so good.
I hate Junior
Skylar
Mints.
thinks they taste like toothpaste, and she ruined them
That's
for me
what
for
I
one
thought.
movie. She like, told me that, and I thought about it. I was like, they do.
You know what else I ruined for you? Roses Red.
Yeah, you did. Y'all ruin everything for me.
You're
I like
s-
buy something I
it's
love.
'cause
And
you're
Skylar
an-
and Cort are like, oh, isn't it like this? And I'm like,
It's because you're an impressionable youth. That is why.
That is true.
Could you imagine if we started on Sony?
I would be like, the most avid
Low
Sony
key-
user ever.
Low key though, I did start on Sony. I went from Nikon to Sony, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it wasn't your camera.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
makes a huge
But almost
difference.
all the content I created for like a year of my life.
We didn't all start on our
Was-
cameras.
Mhm.
Remember the one I found in the park?
What?
No, we're not talking about this. Move on.
My actual first camera was, I think I was like 8, and it was like I still have it, like one of the red. It was a red. Fully
A
plastic-
Bro had a Komodo
Well,
6K.
Hey, only $2,000, dude.
They're 3.
Oh, 3.
3, yeah.
Okay, still.
But like, you're just buying a box.
You really think
You
like
can't do
It's so
anything
true.
with it.
It's gonna be 10 grand
So-
before you put a monitor
Well,
on
so
that
that's
thing.
the thing. It's like people were saying we had like this is why I love social media, because people are trying to cook us in the comments, which granted some of them are,
we'll cook you
Eh,
back.
but then some
You
of them
just
are
go find all the hate comments
Yeah.
and flame them
no,
on their
but
social media.
some of them are making. Well, it's because they'll never watch the full episode of the podcast, so we can claim.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of your podcast.
Thanks, Bradley.
That's super encouraging. Thanks.
Let that prove how addicted I am to.
Yeah, you're
Instagram
cooked.
Reels.
Bro's brain is rotted.
So
So
it's research and development. Okay.
yeah,
That's all it is.
whatever.
It's
Is that what
research
you
and
blame it on?
development.
Where is it? Dude, honestly, we got like 200 comments today. I'm very proud
That's
of this.
crazy.
So I
Are we
can't.
just reading hate comments now?
Well, no,
It
I'm
was-
trying
was
to.
it actually thoughtful comment?
Yeah, no, it was. I'm trying to find the specific comment, but basically, this guy was like, "Oh yeah, well, you get global shutter, and you can't get anything better than that."
Oh, on the red. You're talking about the red video.
I
Yeah, yeah.
googled what that was.
I don't know. I
Okay,
could be honest. I have no
basically,
idea what
it
global
eliminates-
shutter
It
is.
eliminates rolling shutter. Do you know what
Why
that
do I
is?
care about that?
Well,
though?
then just don't move
Just-
your camera. so
Just
fast.
like hold the camera.
Okay, Parkinson's ibis.
No.
And we're back.
No, you ruined the clip. It's
my
too
bad,
late.
my bad, my bad, my bad.
My bad. But basically, I don't know. Basically, it's using the full sensor every readout, which is actually mad impressive.
That is crazy, actually.
But
But also, hold your camera.
no. But here's the thing: is people were saying like, oh well, you can't get anything better than that for under 2K, which you're right.
Fair.
But you're not even getting you're getting a freaking box that you can't even use.
I was gonna say I have
And-
no idea why you would ever buy a red when you could buy an FX30. It genuinely blows
Okay,
my mind.
that is another thing. Is I would
Only
100% buy an
colors, right?
I would buy an FX3 before I
Sure.
bought a. I would buy an FX3 and adapt my EF lenses that I have to E mount before I bought a red.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I was to wanting to still cross photos, yeah, but like
Well, you can't really do
I would-
photos
I
on
would-
an FX3.
we can't do it on a red.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see some
Can
photos?
you imagine? Didn't you clip
No,
that
no,
of you
no.
saying you took pictures out of your videos?
Yeah.
It is?
No, people backed him up on it, and I felt
That's
Yes.
that's crazy.
No, that's so
no,
valid.
60 FPS. You can totally do that.
True. I'm okay. Not saying you can't. I'm saying it might be immoral.
No, but
to
that's
the other
what-
wedding
that's-
photographer.
That's what I was
shooting
saying. I was like,
No
this
way.
is straight up like a
I think
conflict of interest
I
violation.
think more people backed me than
If
this.
No,
I
they
backed
would-
me.
did, but
I
are
was that
those
wedding
people getting
photographer-
hired for weddings?
One,
Probably
the one
not.
guy that commented today, go check on the he
If
did.
I was that
I
wedding
can't
photographer,
because we're
I would
literally getting
never,
blown
if
up.
I saw you on the list, I would never work with you ever.
Well,
Yeah,
you don't have
I
a
would
choice. It's up to the
reject
It's up to the bride. Like
I would reject weddings if I saw you.
I would actually like and what you said was even worse because not only did he do that, he doubled down and he was like, "Well, sorry. What if her photos were bad?"
Yeah, okay, that's the other thing. Is what if your
I haven't
what
seen
if
them,
your
but what if
photos
they
are
were?
better than mine? Like you know,
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
so
from the
depressing.
video,
low
that'd
key, be
terrible.
better. Yeah, like that's not
Yeah,
my
I
fault
agree,
at
I
that
agree.
point. Like you suck. Like you genuinely suck at your job. If I
that's
can
true.
do better,
If
No,
Luke's taking pictures stills out of his 60 FPS and they're better than your photos, you need to quit.
Yeah, especially since the wedding you're shooting at that level,
yeah,
you need to
Like,
chill.
they were done. Like I will say.
What price range?
I think the wedding's
well,
enough in the
he
past.
undercharged
No, not
criminally.
So
you.
bad.
What for the photographer? How much?
How much do they charge?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You don't know.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to throw shots. Like that wedding was a couple weeks ago. So like,
Don't.
I'm not throwing shots. It's just a question.
Okay.
They like totally could be a shot. But like she didn't change lenses once. She used the same one the whole
Wait,
and
wait,
maybe that's
but,
the thing.
but was it the 24
I don't
to
know.
70
I don't
f2?
know
If it's
which
the
what it
24 to
was.
70 f2.8,
No,
you
no,
can
no,
show
the
f2.
two.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the
no.
two.
I
Right,
know.
right.
I'm pretty sure it
can.
was a prime. Like I think it was a 35 prime.
Whoa.
Is bro goated with the sauce?
she might be the best photographer
Do you want
of
to
all
find?
time.
Wait, can
honestly.
someone have Instagram? I can pull it up.
What if she's like on an 85 the whole time?
I'll pull it up.
That
Honestly,
would make
might be
okay,
the best wedding
You
photographer.
know
ever.
who's been cooking? Bro,
Straight up me on my
okay,
Nikon
Michael-
50 millimeters.
Michael
That's who's been
Richardson.
cooking, dude.
Michael Richardson brought out 1.250 mil. Bro, he was like gassing it up. I was like, can't be that good, right?
Guys,
No, 1.2 is
guys,
game
guys,
changing.
The difference is
Please
It's,
don't roast
yeah, it's
too
crazy.
hard.
okay.
Please.
Okay, we'll be kind.
But like we got mad about if y'all were roasting our color balance
Oh,
and these
no.
are
This is the
Oh.
photographer? No.
Is it purple?
Oh.
Oh lordy.
Oh
wait, hold
on. No.
The shadows are blue. Oh no. Okay.
Whoa, wait, okay. Are we... Oh, okay. She's like a very beginner, though.
No.
No, she was old, dude.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at the girl who got married. Is that what I'm looking
yeah,
at?
yeah.
Okay, so this one.
No, that's
Okay.
the event planner.
Oh, what?
Yeah. No, this is the photographer.
Yeah, but I want to see the photographer's more pictures. If this girl is the photographer...
I think that's it.
No. Well, go to her page though.
Yeah.
Yo,
this
we
is the
gotta
photographer.
chill.
This is
We
the girl.
cannot.
Yeah. I don't want to roast on anybody. I don't.
Why should you not
sorry.
tag them?
Okay, but here's the thing: when you're shooting on harsh lighting like that,
It is hard. Don't get me
no.
wrong.
But that is a beginner mistake.
That's pretty bad.
100%.
That's I mean, you
Okay,
have
here's the thing,
zero
here's the thing.
data in the sky.
If you when
Man,
you,
I don't want to flame. What is this person gonna watch this podcast?
No,
one
okay.
watches our podcast.
the wedding planner actually might. But
Okay, so here's the thing: if you're a beginner,
I
when
feel
you're,
bad for that couple, honestly.
okay, they
Hey,
might. The
chill,
couple,
guys!
the couple might watch the
Oh,
podcast.
sorry,
Chill.
guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, when
No,
you-
I'm sure. Don't worry. You have some nice anamorphics.
Your
coming.
Hey,
video
listen,
is-
listen.
your
All I'm
video will
saying
arrive
is if
shortly.
someone shows up with a Nikon,
just like-
you're in good hands.
The video looks good.
yeah, if you're a duck,
Dude, no, Skylar. Because Skylar, she's a wedding photographer, and the one thing I told her was like, they can't shoot Nikon. That's my one rule.
oh, true. No,
Hey, if
actually,
they're
though,
only shooting stills, shoot Nikon.
no,
I'm-
yeah, if you're
She
a
shoots
polar
double
bear,
our
are
stills,
you,
so-
are you going married as a
no,
bear?
no. I'm saying.
Are you a moose?
Okay, fine.
I mean,
I'll get
Dang. Me when we got the
haircut
though.
coming
I'm
in
kidding, I'm
soon.
kidding.
I promise.
I
Yeah,
need a
my
haircut
haircut.
so bad.
My hair lady quit.
Great Clips went out of business.
That was so good. Listen to the story though. Listen. So she worked at Sports Clips, dead serious, and so I
Oh,
I
man,
talent
was making
scouted this
such-
girl.
Such a bad joke. I'm so glad I didn't make that
I
joke.
talent scouted this girl. I was like, listen, like you're
Filter.
goated. You're goated at cutting hair.
That's
And
awesome.
then I came back and I was like, hey, like you're really good at cutting hair. Why do you work here? And she was like, oh, well, I'm the manager. And I was like, that makes
Oh,
sense.
that checks out.
So then I called back the next month. She quit.
Well, yeah, she
Nice.
probably went and opened her own. Like,
I
little
inspired her to move on. This is
Talk
the
about
teaching.
Do I get a
podcast.
cut out of that or like?
Yeah, I was like, do I get a free? Do I get the skin fade or what? But
You know
okay,
how much it is to get my hair cut in Hawaii?
No.
like $8 in Mexico.
No,
Is,
no.
it was
Like
$8.
a lot?
Okay, so I get my hair cut here for $25, which is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive. But I go to a lady that I like.
Who?
For context, I'm from Dallas. Okay, we all
you
grew
go
up
to-
together. Yeah, I go there.
Okay.
Yeah. I listen. I go because I enjoy the way that she cuts my hair. I like the way
You
that it
don't
looks
know
at the end. You don't. You might, but it's okay.
You
It doesn't
don't
matter. Anyways, I can't find anybody that I like in Hawaii. Okay, the lady
Is that what your hair
that
looks like?
my fiance. Yes, it is.
I'm kidding.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry that
we
my
have
hair
the
is
same
crazy.
hair. I can't even be dissing.
My hair is longer than yours. The reason that, the lady that Kylie wants me to go to is $75.
Have her pay for it. She's rich.
Dude, we're getting married. Our money's the same.
Oh, that's true. That is one thing I'm
Anyways.
worried about though.
That is
Getting
a lot.
married and then no more camera money.
I need to find an actual photographer.
Dude,
because
open a
I've just been
business
going to
account.
Floyd's. I mean, not
Floyd's is
photographer.
good,
Oh,
though.
I thought you said photographer. I was like, boy, you can hire my wedding photographer.
how do
because
we
she
go
goated
from
with the sauce?
The red Komodo to haircuts.
Bro, I don't know.
Nikon.
flamed his
It's a
hair?
bear.
You
No,
flamed
my
my hair.
My mom is gonna love this episode
Okay.
though, because she's actually gonna know what we're talking about.
Going back, I think Nikon colors are good.
Okay, we don't care.
Okay, fine. I do.
Great.
Michael Richardson would agree with
I
me.
want. We need like next podcast like tier list colors of cameras.
We need to our next podcast. We need to shoot it on a green screen and
Heck
no screenplay the computer on it, and like
A green
actually
screen
don't.
behind us, like a whole screen.
in like rank stuff.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
some massive
Do a,
green
like
screen.
a ranked video.
Like put Thanos
Okay.
behind us,
or
maybe.
no, like I was thinking.
No,
like,
you don't need Thanos. He's already in all the
Well,
other
I've been
videos.
wanting to do an episode. We could probably shoot this episode while you're here.
down.
We need to edit our old work,
Oh, God,
like our old
no.
My
raws.
old one.
Oh, God. Oh, edit our old raws.
Edit our old.
Can we
raws.
not show our old, like our OG
Dude, if you were to go look
pictures?
at my old powder puff stuff, wow.
Oof. Dude,
Maybe we should to encourage the watchers.
Encourage beginners.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think next
Guys,
episode,
it's
because he's gonna
rough.
be here for another week.
Or we can even do like a special video of that, like separate.
No, but that can be a full length podcast.
But it would suck for reels.
Oh, you're so right. Okay, well, let's shoot it. Do you want to shoot it
It could be like half of it, like.
Saturday? Sunday? No,
Trying
Sunday.
to think.
Are we filming Sunday?
Why are we figuring this out now? Let's figure this out.
I'm
after
sorry,
the
I'm
podcast.
sorry.
Sunday we are filming.
I get no, that's on the 13th.
Okay,
Next Sunday.
move
Not
on.
this Sunday.
Okay, just sorry.
I'm just here to keep you guys on track.
Business ventures for real.
Um,
This is what we were all raised in the same environment,
Dude,
so it's like
it's so
this is
bad.
what happens when you put.
And we haven't seen, I haven't seen these guys in like,
it's been a second.
which
what,
is
2
hilarious
years?
because you haven't seen Luke in probably
I haven't
2
seen you
years,
in
and then
ages.
we
Yeah.
walk in, sit down, talk for 2 hours on on
Yeah,
camera.
That's so true.
Diabolical. At least we
yeah, that-
went
we
out
should
to
have
dinner first.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Big law firm.
I wish I
guy
went to
over here.
Rosa's. There you
No,
go.
we went to Chewy's.
Almost as good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay,
We have
I don't
8
wanna,
minutes,
I
so
can't
make
flame
it
that one
count.
of photographer anymore. So let's move on.
I feel so bad, dude. Please, I hope y'all didn't watch this. I promise you have really good anamorphic shots coming. That like they're pretty they're beautiful.
Bro, here's the thing. This episode, we've just been flaming people and then backtracking.
Dude, I should have to show y'all that. Can we just please watch it? Are we good on time?
No, because then
It's already such a long podcast.
someone's gonna watch to the end of the video, or they're gonna skip, and it's just gonna be us.
Guys,
Just
should I tell them what we're gonna go watch? It's a
No.
it's a movie.
You already did, I thought.
is it okay?
It's a featured film that I'm gonna find on a streaming service.
How far is it removed from us? Is it? Do we know them?
The people who made
I don't
it?
want. I'm not gonna say anything. 'Cause I have to just see instant reaction. I
Okay.
can't.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
But
well,
I will say, it is a feature movie that I could technically go review on Letterboxd. It's there.
Let's cut the episode. Let's go watch it,
Come
and
back.
we'll see them.
I'll
next
watch it on
week.
my laptop right
next
I'll put my
episode,
laptop right here.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch on the podcast.
We can come back really quick and review it. Say afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's
That's
do
fine.
that.
Okay.
Oh, Loki, he's
Okay.
I guess he's done a couple.
Oh my gosh! Wait, he's done
The
a lot.
pickleball murders. Oh my gosh, we have to react, dude. We literally have to live react.
He's been cranking.
Wait, this might need to be a series.
series?
Yeah, we're recording. This might need to be a series.
You might have to watch every single one of
We
his
just
movies.
found a movie called The Pickleball Murders.
This has to be 2024, right?
Okay, so
Yeah, 2024.
so here's the thing. The acting was
Oh,
great.
in the original movie that we were watching.
So-
yeah, the acting
so
was actually really good.
Should we just call him out?
No. I
Why
don't think-
not?
Because
The acting's good.
we just talked about how we shouldn't hate on
He does use a
We're
lot
not
of similar
hating.
same actors, which I guess makes sense for him.
So would we.
Do you think
Well,
that's like a
he's a-
scary
he's
movie,
a
dude?
lo-
Or do you think
yeah.
I'll die?
He's a
foreclosure?
Like, okay,
I'm
this guy.
sorry.
The thing is, I'll say I think his one problem is that he's going for space movies. Like, I think he's just biting off more than his team or him
Yeah,
is
it's
capable.
very
of.
much
His stories are
like-
super ambitious.
Like that's
wait,
ambitious,
wait,
right
where's?
there.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
only
wondering
for
where 1 and 2 were.
context, right?
He went for a tornado movie. Like,
It's
I'm sure
a
that doesn't
very
look good.
We gotta give them-
FX heavy movie.
Yeah,
And the special effects are terrible, like worse than Jaws 1.
but
But it's
Also,
honestly,
no,
I
so
think
here's
the
the thing.
plot is literally Jaws. They
The-
just put it in a lake
That's
inside
exactly-
the ocean.
that's exactly
the
what it
plot
is.
the plot was bad. The filming was bad. The visual effects were bad. But
The
gotta
redeeming quality.
give it to you. Acting was
Acting
good.
was
audio
fantastic.
Only by the actress. The actor I didn't think was good.
audio was decent.
Audio was good also.
Okay, I agree with that. My one, because I've watched a little bit more into it, is I don't think they used enough of a score. Like it was just too much foley.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That's
There's
fair.
never music.
You mean Foley?
Well, it was
Yeah.
also the opening scene of the movie.
right.
No, but I've watched.
And
further.
granted,
okay.
they did cook with that establishing shot though. But I
Oh.
do believe they were shooting the entire.
Followed by a few
Well-
not so cooking
No,
establishing
I think
shots.
I think they were shooting the whole thing on auto.
Yeah, they were.
Which is like you can't shoot anything in a movie on audio.
Wait, play another movie. I want to see. From the
I'm
same
really
director.
curious to
Okay,
see.
Look
we're-
at the
we-
director's. What's the director of photography though?
I just looked at the.
That's
director.
it's probably him.
I mean,
Yeah,
how do
you're
I even
probably
see
right.
that?
Okay,
I just
so
see
we're
directed by.
Yeah.
we got to close out the episode, guys. Okay, we have to start over from square one.
What?
on this.
Wait, on the closing?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
then start us.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Hey y'all.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so we just watched. We can't say what it is. And I'm down to say what it is.
I'm down to say
Okay. go for
Okay,
it.
so we just watched Bull Shark 3,
3.
which does
3 is honestly
which
wild.
is
We
wild
didn't- I'm
because
interested to see what Bullshark 1 is.
Yeah.
that does in fact mean that there was a Bull Shark 1 and 2. But
Respect
then
to the director, he's cranking multiple movies
then-
a year.
not only is it an hour long, basically feature length film, bro is cooking out what 20 movies in a year.
I know we don't have time. But that begs the question. Well, not even the question. It's I would just say as a fact, quality is always better than quantity.
100%. Why do you think Incredibles?
I mean,
why do you think Incredibles 2 took 14 years?
They were
Valid.
cooking on Incredibles
That's
too.
what I'm saying, dude.
Valid.
So here's the thing.
did they shoot it on a camcorder though?
No, but I
No.
think
That's on like
they're
an R6.
they're-
that they
There's
just
no
didn't
way
expose
that's
it.
on an R6.
no, yeah, it is on auto.
Yeah,
I
no,
think-
that's
I think
not-
they're
That is
shooting
one of
the-
the worst shots I think I've ever. It's so like
It is bad.
Dude,
We've got to
wait,
close this episode.
shut your mics off. Have you seen those videos that Preston Pointer was making?
That's crazy.
Let's be real here.
That's about.
no, that's bad.
anyways.
dude.
But we're not making future movies. So respect to the guy. Respect the grind.
Yeah,
honestly,
we're not putting out multiple feature lengths a year.
Honestly, I respect
or
it. He
anything.
found extras to be pickleball players.
Trying to see
He
it.
found an
Well,
entire cast,
Yeah,
and he filmed an entire movie and edited it. Like respect to
that
he,
is
like,
respect.
But that's
he
the
did
thing
it.
is, like if you're gonna do it, you gotta find
I agree.
good actors. I'm so
No, his
huge fan.
actors were good.
Bad
though.
acting
In
and bad
Bullshark.
effects ruin movies and bad sound.
His sound was good.
Sometimes.
His acting
I'm
was
telling you, if you watch the whole movie, you won't say that thing.
okay. Well, if you guys would like a React channel, we can do that.
This channel is going to become a reaction.
Oh, no.
Okay, here we go.
Like that, we're about to start filming podcasts, and then afterwards, I'm going to make you stay for another hour. We're going to film reacts.
I'm down because
gun to head.
I'm down. You get me coffee.
Honestly,
I'm
Reacts videos are gonna be so much better. A little.
I
loopy,
know
too.
it's good.
Yeah.
content. And like
Guys, it's literally 11 o'clock. We have to
yeah,
close
we gotta
this
go
episode.
home. Well, what are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing.
I do
Exactly. Neither am I.
I still have to watch this movie. And
Honestly, I'm
review
gonna be
it
up
on
till 3 because I'm
Letterboxd.
so.
He's so jet lagged.
jet-lagged.
Okay, well, we're gonna close this episode out.
This
Sorry.
was actually so much fun.
This is the longest episode of our
This
lives.
was a fun
We're
one.
gonna get together and edit our old raws and make that into a YouTube video for you guys.
So are we gonna? I'll ask you that.
We'll
later.
plan it later. But all right, peace.
Ladies and gentlemen,